to on your way to work?
The Weeknd.
Favorite rapper?
Jay-Z.
Favorite quote?
Stay ready.
How do you handle haters?
Ghost them.
What do you first notice about people?
Their energy and how they treat everybody in the room.
Favorite movie?
A Bronx Tale.
Bad habit?
Overthinking.
Spirit animal?
A lion.
What's your go-to outfit?
What I'm wearing. Pumps, skinny jeans, leather jacket, gold hoops.
What can't you live without?
My family.
Thing you fear?
God.
Athlete you miss seeing play?
Kobe.
Person you were most excited to meet at work?
Build ourselves.
What do you wish you had more time for?
Traveling.
What do you need every day?
A long time.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
Aware, thoughtful, and passionate.
Hello and welcome to another Sports Spin, where we take a sports story and we spin it. I'm Sun-EB7, and thank you for joining on this Friday morning. You saw the video. That was from 8 years ago. That's MOLLYQERIM. Yeah, nice video, very professional. I put that up here because it's relevant. It's not relevant as in they're using it for her. It's relevant because Molly is back. Now, she's not all the way back, but I'm pretty sure there's those that seen it, but it seemed like it got swept under the rug really quick. Like every other story, you see it like 40 times on all these different stations. I didn't see that with her. She's making a comeback with Max Kellerman with Z something boxing. And it's not football, basketball, baseball, but it is a sport. And what I find interesting is that we get to that. We'll get to that. So I start this video by saying that Molly is making a comeback, right? And I wanted to make the comment about how I felt about First Take and her exit and why. And while I'm at it, I'm just gonna give my little 2 cents on what I think happened. Now, I'm not talking about gossiping. I'm not talking about who did what to who and none of that. What I'm going to talk about is what may have been the leading factors to why she had to split from the show. Now, it's obvious other shows have come out and they've gone in the background and they've done their deep diving, and this is what people said. But we all know that just because someone told you that doesn't mean that's the reason or that's exactly how it happened. Now, when we're looking at context, we're looking at this fact that MOLLYQERIM, to me, is the best female host out there for sports. Now, there's a lot of people online that just would argue that. She had a lot of haters. I don't care. Here's what I'm saying. You never get... Here's why Molly is hated. Molly takes the other side. How many times have all these other female hosts taken that other side? No, they take the easy road. The easy road is trash the player or the person like everybody else. And pile on and say more negative things. But Molly always took the other side. She always said, well, wait a minute. What about the factor of this? What about what they went through here? What about this? And what about those other occasions? See, people don't like that. I'm one that does. Because I don't like to listen to yes men. I don't like people who say what they want, what they think people want to hear all the time. You can do it sometimes. It's probably your job, depending on how much you're getting paid. But in the end, I like people to be authentic. You come out and you say what you think it is. Wrong, right, or indifferent. You say what you think it is. Because I think, to me, that's what the people really want to know, is what you think. So just to go off script a little bit, what I think happened was Molly misread the room. She is very good at what she does. She was great for the show. Her and Stephen A. and all those guys, they have some chemistry. They had some chemistry going on. Now, I will admit that the lady that's there now, she's very good too. So kudos to ESPN for getting another one That's really good. Now, I don't know how she is on her stances yet. She just got on the show. But I think she's a really good fit. So they did a good job of finding another fit. So that said, Molly was a good fit for the show. I think she was the best. Even though this person that's the host that's there now, she's very good, but there's only one MOLLYQERIM. So here's the thing. Molly misread the room. She started looking at others who do what she does and understanding that she's in a high level position and she should make more than them. And she should make a certain amount. Stephen A got paid. Everybody got paid. Reading the room simply means this. When you saw Stephen A fight as hard as he had to get paid, you should have known you was going to get some pushback. They was going to battle somebody because that's what they do. They tell you, we're a great company. You're going to love it here. You're going to, yeah. But when it comes time to get paid, you're going to find a different side. And here's the thing. Her biggest issue to me, her biggest issue on that was that here's where people go wrong. Looking in the next yard. When you come onto a job, base everything off of what you can see in you, not what the other man is doing. There have been people that come on jobs that make more than me, no less than me, and I never once looked at them and said, well, I should get paid more than that. I felt it, but I already knew that their negotiation skills and their leverage was different than mine. Maybe he was in another race. Maybe he had more college. Maybe he had more negotiation skills. It's something he had that caused him to get more money. That's not his fault. And they shouldn't, and I'm not going to go to them and tell them you need to pay me more because of him. No, when I tell you need to pay me more, it's going to be based on solely on what I do and what I see in myself and my importance to that. Now, one can say she did that because, she was valuable, yada, yada. No, she in that interview, well, in some of the stuff that came out, she expressed that other hosts that was doing the same thing she was doing was making more. And I agree, they shouldn't have. But they were in a different leverage. They were doing something you weren't doing. You were speaking out. They weren't. So since you're speaking out, you should have known, yeah, they can replace you. Not because you're not good, but because you're not saying exactly what they want you to say. Those others are. Yeah. Now, I'm of the opposite with other people. They didn't like MOLLYQERIM. I didn't like the rest of them. I could deal with Kmart, but I couldn't deal with the rest of them. So, it is what it is. So, back to the point. Molly is making her comeback with Max Kellerman. And like I said, this is a story that just seemed like it hit the air and then it went away. Well, not here. I'm going to say something because I like both of them. I think Max was very good for the show. I didn't like what happened and that the way Stephen A carried on after that. I think I have an opinion about it. Now, it's not, it's my opinion, so I'll keep it. But Max Kellerman should have been on First Take too. So you got two people that should have been on First Take that got exiled and they didn't give up. Here they come again. Hey, that's a great story. I like it because I think both of them are deserving to be in front of the screen. They are very good with screen presence, and they stand on their laurels and their morals, and they don't bend much for anybody. And I like that. I like that. Now, there's people that don't. That's fine. Everybody got their own flavor. If they talking about something I don't like, I don't watch. But when they do talk about things I like, or their take, or their viewpoint, then respectfully I watch it. And I think they're good people for it. Some people would say the yelling and screaming when you're talking about sports. I mean, the broke people like me can do it. But when you're making millions of dollars, I don't know, they would have to turn the mic up. I'd be barely saying something. I don't want to say nothing wrong. I ain't about to lose this money. No, actually, everybody has something that they don't like about somebody in their show. So it is what it is. Molly should be here, and she's on her way back with Max Kellerman, and I think it's dynamic. It's a dynamic duo. So I liked Molly and Max in the sports arena. And boxing is sports. I don't watch boxing no more because it's kind of barbaric. You sitting there getting punched in your face all day. That's your job. Yeah, I don't know about that one. So anyway, Molly and Max coming into the boxing arena with Z something sports. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think this is a step in the door. Now, you know, her ex-employer, their ex-employer might have something to say about it because they own the sports media. They're the conglomerate. So don't act like they don't do little stuff to try to, you know, they ain't trying to let you, you know, they like the bad ex-girlfriend. They ain't trying to let you go and do something else and be better. That said, I'm only joking partially. That said, I think they're going to come in through boxing, and you're going to see in the next 3 years, those two are going to have their own sports show. And it's going to be big. I don't know if Fox is going to pick it up. I don't know. But I think it's going to be big. It's going to be dynamic. And they're going to make their comeback, and they're going to talk about... See, I don't think Molly's an expert. Don't get it twisted. I don't think she's an expert, but I think she can hold her own. I feel like Molly can hold her own. She does her homework. She presents herself well. You may not always agree with what she's saying, but do you agree with everything Stephen A says? Please tell me you don't. I got some land in the bottom of the ocean to sell you if you do. There is no way you believe Stephen A all day. So if you don't believe him all the time and you can tolerate him, then you can tolerate her because you don't believe her all the time. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Fair is fair. Now, I'm not speaking for Molly because I got some kind of... No. I just feel like there's enough bad ones on TV or on YouTube that, you know, when a good one is let go, we can show our appreciation. Because I've seen a lot of people, they were hard on her. And I get it. I mean, I ain't simping. I'm just saying, I'll call people out. I don't give a damn who you are. But it's not about that. I'm not rude with it. I just, if something's not on the mark, I'm going to say what I think. You know, just like them. That said, you know, I'm glad to see her back. I don't know her, but I think she was one of the better personalities out there. You know, she can be a little strong sometimes, and she can be a little divisive, but who's not? So I'm not going to hold nobody to that when I know everyone does it. Yeah, no. So, and as for her personal life, you know, I feel like she's a good TV personality. That's far as I go. I don't care what she's like at home. I don't care what she's like in her personal life. I'm not one of those people that's looking for something to say that, oh, see, she's not a good person. Look, she didn't tip the waiter. Nah, that's not me. I don't get into that. All I care about is what's her job, because that's where our lives meet. She shows up on YouTube. I'm watching YouTube, and that's where we meet. That's as far as my assessment of her goes. I don't know her at home, and I don't care. It's just about what she does on her job. And you know, real quick, the media used to be that way. Everything was about on the field. There was a point in the past. If you're older, you know this. There was a point in the past where everybody started to turn to your personal life and start reporting on your personal life. And that's when I think reporting went south. But it is what it is. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I think we should stay out of the bedroom and keep it to the field, the court, and the diamond. That's just my own personal opinion. That said, that's all I have for today. It's Friday. I'm getting up out of here. Thank you for watching. Hope you like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, take care. And remember, this sports story has been fun.